So is it black tie then, kid?
Yeah, worse luck. Some important do for Sean, so I thought I'd better make a bit of an effort, you know. Doesn't do to slob around too much, does it?
No. So what you wearing then?
Oh, I don't know, I'll dig something out, I suppose.
Oh. Do you know, if it were me, I'd have it planned right down to my knickers. Last posh do we went to at Licensed Victualers, you know. And fellas, they look dead sexy in the DJs, don't they? Called our Jack 006 now. Not quite James Bond, but it'd do.
So it's all right for me to swap my night off, then?
Yeah, of course it is. I've told you. Trish'll step in. Don't you missing out on these fancy dances, do you? These posh country house hotels. I mean, it beats Chippy any day, ain't we, doesn't it?
Any word?
Not a whisper. They're all pig sick as we are.
Well, some joker blabbed. I want to know who it was.
Get real. We both know who.
It's not Liz. Had to be someone with all the gen, which rules her out.
Unless you let something slip.
No chance.
Late at night. A few bevies, airing our scanties, whispering in your ear hole. Women have a knack.
Watch it, pal. I saw a flaming fortune go down a pan last night. I don't need this.
Did you ask her about this, Alan?
Yeah. A punter.
You still got the number? Do you want to have me a little bet that the lady was lying?
What are you doing back?
I had a job in the vicinity. Thought I'd pop in, see how you were diddling.
No need.
Jude,
What?
what are you doing?
Ironing.
That's your mum's gear, innit?
Yeah. But she wouldn't want it going to the second-hand shop like a bundle of rags. She was fussy about what folk thought of her.
Aye. She was always well turned out, was Joyce.
Yeah. Do you remember when Alec Gilroy took her to the Lake District? She kitted herself out like a fashion plate. She was determined not to show him up.
Yeah. Even if it meant getting him to walk up to the eyeballs to do it.
That is a horrible thing to say.
You said the same thing yourself at the time.
Yeah, when she were alive. You don't go insulting the dead.
Sorry, shouldn't have said it.
Oh, go back to work.
Well, I can't leave you in this state.
I don't want you here, all right? Just seeing your daft face reminds me of...
What? Of what? The way I dragged you upstairs to satisfy me evil lust when you should have been out walking a flaming dog. Well, you were there too, you know. I am sorry and upset about your mum. But I'm sick to the back teeth of being your flaming whipping boy. It wasn't me that were driving that car that killed her. But it might as well have been. I seem to be responsible for everything else that goes wrong in this house.
If you've come for another row, you're out of luck. Roy's gone to a catering exhibition. Probably come back laden with gadgets for making carrot flowers and fancy butter pats, knowing him. We'll see him coming.
Yeah, well, there'll be no scenes if he apologises. He was very rude to me.
He was not rude to you. You were rude to him.
Deirdre, now, what do you make of all this?
Oh, what?
It's none of Deirdre's business.
Her having a nutcase as a boss.
He is not my boss.
Yeah, well, he's not a nutcase either. Roy Cropper's got more sense than some people I could mention, and a lot more dignity. Can I have a bait and sarnie to take out, please, love? Moved into my new digs today, didn't have time for breakfast.
Oh, well, you found somewhere new then?
Yeah, it's a bit last minute, but it'll do till I find somewhere better.
Diggs, I thought you were moving in with Ken.
So did a lot of people.
Oh, what happened?
Ma'am!
No, it's okay. He's found himself another lady friend. You've got to admit, he's a game lad, our Ken.
A lady friend? Who?
No, I've said enough. If he wants to go public, that's up to him.
Very wise not to take me up on that bet.
Just get on with it.
Well, I made a few discreet inquiries, called in a few favours, and bingo. Guess what?
I'm not in the mood for games.
This Alan turns out to be Alan McKenna, who is not only Detective Constable Alan McKenna, but who also happens to be the boyfriend of one Fiona Middleton, who just happens to live and work in
Coronation Street. Yeah, okay, I got the picture.
Okay, Samantha doesn't pull the usual feminine bag of tricks, but I like that. At least she's straight, you know, no games.
And she doesn't have to go around with a bag on her head.
I'll have to admit that helps.
Sounds to me like you're quite smitten with the lady.
You could well be right, son. I'll pick you up at 6:30.
Right.
Yeah, you will call in, won't you? You know, before you go.
We weren't intending to, Vera.
Oh, go on. Once you're all dolled up, don't we, Tricia?
Her idea of glamour will be wearing earrings under a crash helmet, eh, love?
Not quite, love.
Bye, Tim. Congratulations again. See ya.
He's a nice lad. Just got promoted. Head of department and he's only 24. I hope my Andy does as well. Is something wrong?
Why do you ask?
You've been funny ever since you came in. In fact, you've been funny since you got back last night. What's going on?
Deal I was hoping to pull off. Fewer people who knew about it, the better. In the event, it went belly up anyway.
I thought there weren't going to be any more secrets.
Didn't think I needed to bother you with the details.
No. Especially if what you were really doing was seeing your wife.
If I wanted to see Jackie, I'd tell you.
How do I know? I don't know where I am with you.
It cuts both ways, sweetheart.
That is not fair. You know everything about me. Whereas you, it's like part of your life is a no-go area.
Yeah, well, maybe it's safer that way.
For who?
Look, back off, Liz, before we both say something we regret.
You see? Threats. 1 minute you're the man I live with, the next you're a total stranger. You talk to him more than you talk to me.
Yeah, but I don't fancy him as much. Bring us a couple of drinks through to the office, there's a good go.
What, you and him?
You and me.
Why is she still here? You want me to take care of it?
I'll do it. Do it. I want you out on the street. See if there's any further word about last night's cock-up.
Why's he always hanging round? It gives me the creeps.
Tell me about Alan McKenna.
Oh?
The guy who gave you his phone number.
I didn't know his surname.
He didn't tell you it was McKenna?
Well, maybe, I don't know. I didn't take much notice, I told you.
Just a punter who keeps pestering you for a date. What you forgot to mention was that he's also a copper.
Is he?
Grant me some intelligence. Is that what you were looking for when you were going through my stuff? Something to get me nicked?
Don't be ridiculous.
Of course. You were just curious about my wife.
Yeah, I wanted to see what she was like.
Liar!
No,
I loved you. I trusted you.
I didn't do anything.
I'll give you everything, and this is how you thank me, by grassing me up.
Fraser, don't, please.
Why shouldn't I?
He wanted to make me. I didn't want to hurt you.
So what happened? And this time, I want the truth.
I met McKenna through Fiona. He's her boyfriend. And then he found out about my connection with you. And he asked me to tip him off if I heard anything. He said if I helped him to get you put away again, he'd get Steve moved to another prison where he'd be safe.
Now, hang on. Hang on, you've lost me now. What's the lad got to do with this? Safe from who?
From you. McKenna warned me that I couldn't trust you. And he said that if I ever crossed you, you'd take it out on my son.
He sounds a real piece of work. So you said okay.
No, I didn't. I realised that he were using me, that he were the one that I couldn't trust, but I didn't know straight off. You and me, it wasn't a conventional start, was it? But then, in spite of everything, I thought we really had something going for us.
Nice try.
I mean it! I've mucked up too many times to risk getting it wrong again. Besides,
What?
I know that you wouldn't hurt Steve. That were just all part of his lies.
You sound very sure.
I know you.
No, it's just this business I mentioned yesterday. No, I could see you were worried, so I've come to put your mind at rest. Now, I've had a word with one or two of the governors, and they'll put it round that it's just malicious nonsense. So, if Mrs. Crabtree goes any further with this rumour about you and the head, they'll know to treat it with the contempt it deserves.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah, well, I know you, so that's all right. I'm not saying there might not have been a bit of bother without me, though, you know. Anyway, I'll put 'em right, so you'll hear no more about it. It's a terrible thing, is gossip. Oh, I've not mentioned it to the wife, though.
I'm very grateful, Alf.
What are friends for?
Well, given that I swallow this tale, and I'm not saying that I do, how come McKenna's still on my case?
What do you mean?
Well, let's just say he's found out a few things I'd have preferred him not to know about.
What things?
Just answer the question.
Well, I don't know, but he hasn't found out anything from me. On my son's lives, I haven't told McKenna a damn thing. I don't know anything anyway, you're so flaming secretive. I don't even know when your birthday is, never mind anything else.
I know I'm being a right cow, but I can't seem to stop myself.
Well, it's understandable. You're angry. You want to lash out.
But why at Gary?
Well, when we can't make sense of what's happened, we need somebody to blame. We're all as bad.
Right, little psychiatrist, you. If she'd just been getting old or poorly.
Yeah, at least you'd have had time to get used to the idea. She was such a live wire, Joyce was.
I want her here. I want her to see her grandchildren. She was desperate for me to have a kid. Not that there's much chance of that now.
Yeah, well, give it time, Judy.
No, it's not that. There's no chance of me getting pregnant if I won't let him near me.
Well, Gary understands. He knows what you've been through.
No, he doesn't. He thinks I'm punishing him because I blame him. Which, like you said, I am, in a way. But I just don't know how to stop it.
Well, I don't know the answer to that, but, well, if you love him, you won't want to lose him too.
Jude. Jude, darling. Look, I'm sorry about me.
Hey, it's all right, Gary. I'm just going. I'll see you later.
See you, Sal.
Bye.
I'm glad you're back.
Yeah?
Yeah. I wanted to talk to you about what to do with all this.
Well, we haven't got room for it here, that's for sure. It's a lot of money here. Perhaps we could flog it back to Cotlog and they'll give us cash. That's assuming she's paid for it in the first place. Sorry.
I was thinking of giving it to charity.
Charity? Half of it's brand new.
A children's charity. I thought it might fetch us some luck with having one.
Well, I'm not exactly pleased with the way things have turned out either, but at least I'm still there, which is more than I would have been if Alma had sold to the other lot.
Yeah, all right. I'll say no more about it.
Good.
But I still think she was mad to sell up in the first place.
Ma'am, you know how she was fixed. She didn't have any choice.
Yeah, but don't say thanks to Stephen. That was all down to Mike's own balmy behaviour.
If you say so.
Well, yes.
Des?
Yes?
I hear you've decided to do that parachute jump, is that right?
Your old man touting for business, is he?
Oh, well, yeah, of course, he gets paid by the limb, you know, so if you break more than one, he's on a bonus.
Now, don't joke. I mean, my Alfie got injured just doing a sponsored stroll.
You're both as bloodthirsty as Becky. She's volunteered to go around picking up all the bits.
Oh, no.
Pint, please, Vera.
I'll get these, Kev. 2 pints for you, please.
Cheers, Des.
How's the new lad shaping up?
A bit of a chancer, but he knows his way about an engine.
Yeah, it's weird the way your mate just left.
Accident spooked him, didn't it?
Yeah, well, it's tough luck, but these things happen. We don't all go chucking everything. Most of us can't afford to.
Yeah, well, he could. That's the difference with Mummy and Daddy's dosh behind him, innit? Oh, cheers, Vera. Oh, man, we got an okay when he wasn't prattling about being a playboy.
Here, look here.
Well, what do you think, Vera? Will she do? Won't disgrace you as a representative of the Rovers?
Disgrace her. She could go in for Miss World looking like that. Here, come on, give us a twirl.
No.
Come on.
Well, Samantha's not the only one looking glamorous tonight, eh, Vera?
Hey, yeah, I must admit, you don't look as if you're going to bingo.
My husband's taking me for a romantic night out, but he's been very coy about telling me just when.
Oh, now, Mavis, don't complain. I wish Alfie'd take the initiative once in a blue moon instead of always saying, now, where do you fancy?
I'm not complaining.
Is this like the Last Supper, then? Eat, drink and be merry, for tomorrow they jump.
No, tomorrow's only the practice. We don't jump till next Sunday. See
Bye.
ya. Bye.
See you now.
Bye.
You're looking forward to that, aren't you, Desmond?
Can't wait. Hey, she's certainly a class act, your pal.
I think I can hear Brad crying.
Oh, do you know, he's coming on in leaps and bounds, bless him. I must admit I had my doubts, you know, about her becoming a mother again, but, well, she's took to it like a duck to water.
Supper won't be long.
Good, I'm starving. You know, I would have asked you back to my place, but you are by far the better cook. I brought a contribution.
Oh, thank you. Good choice. Ray Crabtree's wife has been on to Alf Roberts.
Oh?
The neighbours, it seems, and she claims that I should have been the one to get the push and not him.
Well, she would say that.
He's younger.
You are the better teacher. But fortunately, it wasn't up to either of you to make the decision.
Yeah, the problem is the decision was made on your recommendation, and she claims that you favoured me because of our relationship.
We weren't having a relationship at the time.
No, but we are now. It's a grey area.
What did you tell him?
Well, what could I say? There was no truth in it. He'd had a chat with one or two other governors and told them much the same.
Did they accept it?
Apparently. Well, they're all part of the same Weatherfield mafia, aren't they?
So, if Jean Crabtree does persist, she'll get little or no support.
Thanks to Alf.
Well then, get that bottle of wine open and we'll drink a toast to Councillor Roberts.
Oh, I want to say hello.
Oh, false alarm.
I tell you, I told you she dotes on him.
You pop in and see the kids, he says. I'll meet you in the Rovers at 7. He'll have fallen asleep in front of the town.
Well, I chat to him, you know. I look at him, I think, is that snoring lump at side of me? Were he ever the Elvis Presley of Rochdale? It's horrible, isn't it? One minute you're young, you're slim, having time of your life, and next minute, well, you're just a raddled old has-been.
Speak for yourself.
Hi. Can we have a bottle of red, please, over there? I have twisted this one's arm to come out and party.
Oh, everybody's out flaming partying but me.
Actually, I didn't need much arm twisting. I was scrubbing shelves when you rang. It's a dump.
Oh, you'll find somewhere better soon.
Like you did. Now, I won't rely on some chap to whisk me off to his luxury penthouse.
Fraser's flat's hardly that.
You're still keeping your place on, though?
Yeah, for the moment.
Only, I had rather wondered why you didn't offer to let me stay there. For a few weeks, anyway, seeing as you're not.
Well, you should have said. I never thought.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to put you on the spot. Just in case you were worried you might need it as a bolt hole.
Oh, no, I'll get rid of it eventually. I haven't had the time, what with everything that's been going off.
So why the sudden urge to meet for a drink?
I got a night off.
Staying in might have done you more good. Look as if a few hours' sleep wouldn't go amiss.
What are friends for, if only to tell you that you look terrible?
This whole Fraser thing.
What about it?
Well, it's not part of the world I know.
You make it sound like he's from another planet.
He might as well be. Look, I'd keep me trap shut if I thought you were happy.
I am. I just work long hours, that's all.
I still can't figure out how you got involved with this man in the first place.
Yeah, well, I might have said the same about you and Samir.
Samir wasn't a crook.
No, it's Fraser. Hey, we've all done one or two things we might regret.
So, he's a reformed character?
Yeah, he's trying to be.
And there's nothing wrong?
No, nothing that I want to talk about. Hey, I asked you to come out to have a natter and a night out, not to give me the 3rd degree.
Oh, at last!
Ah, sorry, love,
Dropped off, don't tell me. Now, are we going to the picture salon?
Well, if it's not all blood and guts and sex.
Oh, now, talking of sex, you'll never guess what I've heard about Ken Barlow.
What?
He's only got another woman. I mean, she's left him because of his carrying on.
Who told you that?
She did, Deirdre. No, oh.
Deirdre, can I have a word? Excuse me, is it true that Ken's seeing somebody else?
Oh, you've heard this from Audrey, I suppose. I wish I'd never said anything. How can't she ever hold her tongue?
Is it the head teacher?
It's his business. Ask him.
I'm asking you.
Well, they are both adults, Alf, and unattached. Not that it's got anything to do with anybody else.
This is delicious.
Thank you. I'll get it.
I've got something to say. You've not been straight with me, Kenneth. You told me there was nothing going on between you and Sue Jeffers.
I said I was not given preferential treatment.
Yeah, well, I want to know once and for all. Are you seeing her or are you not?
Hello, Councillor. Yes, Ken and I are friends. I see nothing to be ashamed of in that.
Well, I flaming do. He lied to me.
What I said was we were not having a relationship when the decision about Ray Crabtree was made.
But you are now.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a half-truth. And in my book, that's the same as a lie. And you got me to lie on your behalf. I trusted you, Kenneth, and you made a fool of me. The worst thing is, I'd never expected a man like you to let me down.
You got rid then? Glad you've seen sense.
I gave her the night off.
You didn't tackle her?
We talked. She admits she knows McKenna and that he's a copper.
Well, she could hardly deny it, could she?
She told me the whole story. The bottom line is I'm satisfied it has no bearing on what happened. It wasn't her who split.
Stupid Burke.
Shut it.
No, mate. You need to hear this before you screw up completely.
I'm warning you.
You were the big man. You had respect. She's made you go soft. Everything we've worked for, you're putting at risk just because of some cheap bit of skirt.
Professor Emerson, I'm Detective Constable Alan McKenna. I'm arresting you on suspicion of conspiracy to rob Manfred Northwest. You don't have to say anything, although it may harm your defence if you fail to mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be used in evidence.